Welcome to Dollars, Lifestyle, and Charity, a finance podcast for gamers. Romans and I are both money guys, but we're also gamers, so we wanted to put this pod together to help gamers like us with some of their tough money topics that can sometimes feel as hard as a Souls boss.
We're talking budgeting, saving, paying off debt, and how to not fall for all the traps life throws at you.
Grab a health potion and let's start stacking gold IRL. This is DLC, a finance podcast for gamers. Welcome to Dollars, Lifestyle, and Charity, a finance podcast for gamers. I'm Scruffy, and this is Romans, and today we are going to be talking about the debut launch of the year for 2026, Highguard. Just came out the other day. Romans, how excited are you?
I cannot believe that this game came out. I'm going to say I think it might be game of the year. I'm calling it now.
I can't do this anymore.
You lasted 30. You didn't even make it a minute into the episode. This is the best game as of January 26, 2026.
In the last 26 days, yeah.
So we're gonna, just in case you don't know, I think it's important that we watch the reveal because this was the game, the final hurrah of the Game Awards that just happened in 2025. This was the pivotal moment. So we're going to watch Jeff Keighley, the man himself, talk about this game, and then we will talk through it in detail. All right, let's do this thing.
Just remember how excited I was for whatever was going to be coming.
You know, sometimes our last reveal at the Game Awards is a teaser for something years and years away. Not tonight. Our final world premiere comes from 61 members of the team that built Apex Legends and Titanfall. 4 years ago,
The crowd is so excited.
founded a new independent studio with the hopes of pushing the shooter genre forward with a new original game. They've done it in complete secrecy, which is even more amazing because the game is very deep.
Should have stayed secret.
The power of independent, self-published studios to push this medium forward is a growing and I think positive theme in our industry. And so tonight, you're not only going to get the announcement of the game, but also your first look at the gameplay. I've played it, and after you see this trailer, I think you're going to want to as well. Welcome to Highguard.
Poor Jeff. I think he was honestly excited.
I think he did, yeah. Like, the graphics aren't bad. Like, it looks like a clean game.
I venture without fear.
And you get to ride horses, so that's something.
Yeah, speared horses that...
Coin or for cause. I fight to the end.
We might have to refer to some of this because I need to talk through it. What just happened there? We need to talk through what you're seeing versus reality because that looks cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Meow!
I mean, the tricky part about it is, I mean, like, it looks like a fine, entertaining game, but, like, what is it drawing someone to need to play this game versus something else? Like,
She just phased through a wall, which is important later. We'll talk about it. She's a character that throws daggers and can go invisible.
mm-hmm.
Nobody does what's happening right here. No one actually does that, by the way.
You don't get to stab a wall with a sword.
No. You do that part. You do
Summon,
that part.
and summon
But-
a giant tank.
The one where they're just coming downhill together like that. That's
Oh
not
yeah,
how-
yeah, yeah.
I'm coming for you! It's my turn.
we're gonna come back to this clip for sure. I'll explain why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, that gun right there, when it's full, that's a fully upgraded gun. By the way, it doesn't shoot like that normally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I am a warden, and this is my oath.
See, it's a free-to-play game.
Yeah. Free to play.
Pretty crazy, that's right. Highguard launches in just 7 weeks on PC, PlayStation,
I need to
and
download
Xbox.
it so I
It is
can
insanely fun
actually
to see.
experience
I thought the
it
players who saw
before it
that trailer,
dies.
And now it's time for our final.
All right, let's do it. All right, so I think it's really important that there's some things in here that I think are you don't really capture why. So if you just saw that trailer for the first time, obviously we interrupted your experience, so you should watch it without our commentary. But if you watch that trailer, it's actually pretty amazing if you only look through it from the lens of a trailer. But if you look through it through the eyes of a gamer, it's a very different experience. It's kind of like trailers, even for movie trailers, why they kind of sell sometimes a lie. Like, that's not the movie that I just saw. So one of the things I wanted to point out is the first problem with this game. I know there's some other stuff we'll want to talk about. We'll talk about, but let's just talk through the trailer really quick. Is this world is only for 6 players, and let me tell you, they built a world that could fit like 50. They basically, if you remember Apex, you are playing on the Apex map with only 6 players, and it is lonely, desperate, and desolate because it's just you 3. There's no NPCs to mess with, which I'm not saying there has to be NPCs, but you're in this giant world and there's just a lot of nothing happening. You're riding from point to point. They didn't even show the part where, let me see if they show this one part. So the funny thing is let me turn off the audio just so we could get the gameplay part down. So you do this. No one actually does it. I didn't see a single person jump off a building, by the way. But you get on your mounts. So this game came out as of yesterday. Obviously, you'll hear this a lot later after post-editing, so maybe our comments will age by then. But so this map right here, no one fights like this. You are not with your buds because you're in a giant map. You got a guy way out there. You got one guy over here. Your teammate's far on the left. Your other teammate's far on the right. You got one guy here, one guy there, one guy there. And there's like one sniper gun. There's a couple guns that shoot with range. But for the most part, you're fighting in this giant dome of an environment. And you never shoot on your mount. Playing on your mount, it is painful. Because the mounts themselves are so fast, you can't aim. You literally can't aim. So these guys, like, see, did you notice how this person's not moving? The person they're shooting at is standing still. Because if that person... And that was a great shot, by the way. He hit him with that Thor move. But you're not doing this. Like, nobody does any of this. And did you notice how he slowed down? See, the person on this...
Yeah. He got off the mount. He got off the mount there, yeah.
Yeah, the other guy got... Oh, did he get off his mount? Is he on his... No.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
After he spears the guy, he hops off, and then...
Because you can't actually fight on your mount. It's a trick. Now, fighting on your mount is a terrible idea. Unless you have this... Oh, man, you see that? So, there's another thing. What he's doing now is he's increasing the respawn timer by doing this to somebody. Because what happens is you pull your people out of balloons. You pull your people out of the orbs. And by doing this, they can't be res and they have to be spawned back at the base. But they don't really explain that. So, the makers of Apex Legends and Titanfall... this character is a joke, so it's just funny. This guy right here, this I Am Groot-like character. Not this guy. This guy's like an ice giant. And by the way, if you pop him in an open room like this, he gets destroyed. Because he's slow-moving. He can't hit anybody. His attacks do no damage. So, like, he's mostly meant to pop that ult in a tiny room. And so the way you get this character is the character pops his ult and becomes this giant. He's kind of like the Hulk. How do I contain my anger? I'm always angry. So no one is going to do this. You're going to pop him in the tiniest room. His attack is slow, so you can just dodge and just keep shooting him in the head till he dies. It's a sad time. And then where did that Groot guy go? I want to find the I am Groot guy because that guy's an absolute joke. You pop his ult. By the way, you spend resources. The other joke, you spend resources to reinforce these walls, but you can just shoot them. So like if you've ever played Rainbow Six Siege, Rainbow Six Siege, it takes a lot of tactical to take down a wall. In this game, all these walls are destructible. You spend resources reinforcing them, and then some dude does that. There's a later clip of a guy with a bazooka that made me really laugh. That's some cool animation. If you're really good at a game, you could probably pull that off. Oh, did you see that? Did you see how he just did that? You would have spent resources to protect this wall, and this guy just comes around, hits it with his hammer, and breaks the walls. This is obviously an open environment. I don't think this is a castle you can protect, but it's just so funny. So this character gets a shield when every time she does that to someone with the red thing. I don't know where did the Groot guy. Anyways, there's a guy who can pull an I am Groot. He pops his ult, and I am Groot comes out, and the Groot guy just stands still. He doesn't even do anything. He just stands there like a tree. Literally, he's a tree. So the whole thing, so that girl, she disappears. She can make walls disappear temporarily and phase through walls. She can also go invisible. This guy, his attack is to create an ice wall, which is just good for barriers. But again, the whole game is about destroying things, so that wall lasts like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So she has a really cool ult. She throws daggers and can kill you after she hits you 2 or 3 times. I think it's 2 times to the head, 3 to the body. She gets 6 daggers per her ult. And then the funny thing is what you're doing is you're trying to reach this sword, because when you grab the sword, and then you run to the enemy base, and then you tap the sword into the wall, then it breaks the base's shield. So So the first phase is you loot up. Second phase you fight for the sword. Third phase you try to plant the sword into the enemy base to take down the base's shield, and in the fourth phase you try to plant the bomb to destroy their base. And if you do enough bombs, and then rinse and repeat until enough damage is taken. So I think in theory, as you explain, it sounds good, but in gameplay, it's lame. Like you can't even use a sword; you just carry it. It's just an item. You don't get to swing it or anything. And so, okay, so this is another joke. Nobody does this. Imagine you just ran about 3 minutes from the other side of the map to this side of the map. You're not running in this formation. Usually they're inside their base, reinforcing the walls you're about to destroy within 2 seconds with your axe or your grenade. You're about to destroy the walls, but they're usually inside reinforcing things. They're not fighting you at all unless they're in a suicidal mission. You're supposed to stop them way before they make it to your base. You try and shoot the guy with the sword. There's a big dome over you when you have the sword. That kind of tells the entire map where you are, because that sword determines 30 points of damage out of 100. And this game just came out yesterday. You might ask why do I know everything? It's because I wanted to know. I want to know if this game's good. And I gave it a fair shake. I think this game I think you have a quote that describes this game later. So here's the battering ram. The battering ram, you can't do anything to stop the battering ram. You're just staring at your... This is all inevitable. This is Thanos.
Just waiting for the shield to go down.
Yeah, you're waiting for the shield to go down, and now you're attacking. Nobody does any of this that we're looking at. This is all for just theatrics. Nobody does this. Nobody attacks with a guy like this. This is dumb. Like, unless the guy's standing there on purpose. He throws, I think, 6 daggers. It only takes 2 to kill you. In here shows 1. Maybe it is 1 to the head, but it seemed like 2 in game. And again, this guy also screams, pops an ult, and just blows up all the walls. So you're trying to protect your base right here. You can see it. That is a plant. That's a device that you're trying to use as a bomb. Why do the bases have bombs inside them? Makes no sense, but they do. So you're arming that bomb. Like, you don't even bring the bomb. It's already
immediately placed there.
The bomb is already in your base, which just makes no sense. Why did they do that? This gun that he's using is the end game gun, and it's garbage up until this moment. But then it becomes... There's some funny jokes about it. When you first get the gun, guess how many bullets this gun can hold?
5.
It shoots 5 bullets, but guess how many bullets the animation has of the gun itself? 6.
3?
6.
Oh, gosh.
So when you first get the gun, it shoots 5 times, but animates 6 reloads. What's funnier is it goes to 12 at the next upgrade, and in its final form, 18. But guess how many bullets it has every time? 6. So I think, again, game developers don't think we care about this stuff, but you want us to get lost in the sauce of your game. and you have a guy using a 6-shooter revolver that can hold 5, 12, or 18 bullets. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, you can't make this stuff
Sometimes I
up.
feel like game devs thinks gamers are just idiots and will play anything as long as it has pretty graphics.
Yeah, you can't even pull off any of these poses. None of that's happening in game. But again, it's a trailer. So anyway, so so this game is an okay game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It is not, the title of today's episode, Highguard Concord 2.0. But that's mostly for clicks because we are, we like clicks and views, obviously. Who doesn't? But
honestly, like, I think that the end result is they've created a fine game. But sometimes, like, fine is worse than a terrible game because people will buy a game, play a game to see how terrible it is. This is just a fine game. Like, there's nothing really to write home about. And I legitimately think it can cause the game to die. Because, what is it? On the first day, yesterday, when it released, I think they had 100,000 concurrent players at the start. And then by the end of the day, it dropped down to like 20,000 or something like that.
I got it. I got it. I saw it.
Romans has got the stats.
Here we
He's
go.
got the stats.
Let's see if this works. It is. Oh my god, I'm a pro streamer, everybody. I'm a pro streamer. This is the real data right here. Can I do this? Wait. Oh my god. I am becoming a knower. This game came out with 97,000 players yesterday. So this, obviously when you see this podcast, it'll be later, but yesterday, 97,000. Right now, as we're recording this podcast, it's at 19,000. You know what other games have 19,000 players right now? Overwatch 2. Destiny 2. Games that are been around over a decade have this number of players. This game just came out. And look at that. Look, in less than 12 hours, lost 80,000 players. In less than 12 hours. And maybe it's too soon to call it, Scruffy. Maybe it's too soon to call this game's fate. But that is pretty horrific. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there's a big part of like me that I'm like, the gameplay doesn't look bad. It looks like a fine, fun game, but like what is there in the game that's going to make someone play that over an Apex Legends, over Fortnite, over another established game, good live service game? Like, yeah, you have the name of Titanfall dev, Apex dev, but like gamers aren't idiots. They're not just going to play a game because, oh, game developer I know and recognize made this game, so I'll play it. Like, if it's a bad game, we're not going to play your game. And I mean, honestly, it may have been better for this game to have been a bad game so that people could just be playing it and roasting it and they could have gotten engagement that way. But it's not that entertaining. It's not that it's a bad game. It's just not really an entertaining game. You're wandering around this massive map trying to do things, and you're playing a loot farming system or a loot farming simulator instead of like actual combat, and it's fine, but it's not anything that is going to have success long term. Like this, whatever live service model they were planning on rolling out with this is already dead because there's no way people are going to be spending money on this game.
Well, the problem is the store is this is a free-to-play game, but just one mount. One bear. You can ride a bear. I'm sure you can ride all kinds of things. I think I saw like a cat, like a black panther, like a panther. Obviously horses, wolves probably. But it costs $20 for the fancy mounts.
Oh, gosh.
The crazy thing about the mounts is the only reason why you need the mounts is because the map is gigantic. The mounts are useless. You can actually shoot people off their mount and then they have to wait like 10 seconds for their spirit animal to be able to be ridden again. Sorry. And so I have one more clip. I was going to surprise you with this one, Scruffy. I wanted to surprise you with this one. I have one more clip for us to watch. and then we can dig into it a little bit more. Ready? So this is Ninja. I think it's him, the Tapman, and one other friend.
Hold on.
Oh, wait, here.
I am ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Yeah, that's so. Now you're in a 2v3.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. This game is very, very boring. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, he's gonna leave.
Are random?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna leave?
Bro, I don't know. This game is.
Yo, bro played one game and he's out, dude. Yo. He played one game and he's like, yeah, I'm good. Died.
Yeah.
So that is like this random, like, you know, streamers or whatever. Like, I think I would love to play with Ninja and Tin the Tapman, literally anything. So it would have, for me, I would have been so cool to play with those guys. But this random probably doesn't care who they are. He doesn't even watch streamers or anything. But he was so bored of this game, he quits after one game. Like that's just a random person. Oh,
Yeah.
man,
That's
oh,
amazing.
that killed me. I cannot believe I just witnessed that. That is such an iconic moment. So that was, there you go. So that really is Concord 2 in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Much better
Well,
than
and it's-
Concord 1. Way big improvement.
I mean, maybe. But like, think about like how much money they put into this game. Like all these developers put their time into this game, sure, but they paid to have this game be the final world premiere at the Game Awards last year, and the game is effectively dead in the water after 24 hours. Like that is insane.
I think they said they spent 4 years making it. So it's safe to say they spent some number around 50 million to 100 million.
Yeah.
Probably, if I had to guess. They're indie, so maybe they cheaper.
Yeah.
Maybe they did it for 30. So it's former devs of Apex Legends, former lead dudes of Respawn, greenlit and made this game. So yeah, there you go. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy Highguard. Enjoy it while the servers are up.
I gotta play it later so I can say I got to play it before it got deactivated.
Yeah. Just make sure you get a long range gun, because when you're fighting in a world that big, eventually you can carry 2 guns and a utility weapon. One of them being a rocket launcher. Good luck with that utility. That's just I would love a good rocket launcher. But you're fighting over great vast distances. So the gameplay loop is get on your horse, and then smash stuff for about 3 minutes, then run to a point, fight for the point, hopefully you win, go to the opposing base, attack, and then the attack phase ends, and then that's the part where you have to start all over again, looting, building up, getting your armor, getting new guns, and you can do that up to 3 times. Takes about 30 minutes to finish a full game, unless you absolutely steamroll them, and then you can get it done in about 10 minutes. But the battle is a lot about hiding, riding your mounts, getting in positions, and trying not to get counter-sniped. That literally the meta of this game is going to be... I guarantee the meta of this game is shotgun, sniper, and then just fast mobility. Going from, there's a zip line thing you can use, and just out-positioning the person. There's going to be certain castles. You're defending your base in 3 zones. They'll probably have certain zones that are obvious, easy to break, and some that are impossible. And then that's the game. There you go. Have fun. That's your game. And buy your $20 mounts, your $10 skins. All that for the sake of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's I don't think the finale of this game is too difficult to predict.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be playing it later today as well. I already told 2 of my buds download it. It's free. Let's have a good laugh. Let's enjoy it.
Just trash the game for 30 minutes while you finish a single round.
While you're playing, there's even a mini game with mining. You'll notice there's a timing event where you have to click at the right time to hit the rock to get the rocks. to then use the rocks to go to the store to buy your stuff. And it's just like, why is there a mini game in my shooter?
A looter shooter with a mining mini game. What will they think of next?
And the other thing, why didn't they learn from Rem Royale? For you gamers out there that know the other game, Rem Royale was literally this game and it failed. And I think it boils down to, sure, maybe gamers aren't smart, but we don't like that much complication. Or we're not dumb, but we're not that smart. And I think this game, Highguard, Realm Royale, and games like it, there's just too much complicated systems that don't gel well. The lack of immersion, the lack of storytelling, like none of it makes sense. Like, why are you defending a castle with 3 bombs already inside it? What are you even harvesting or fighting over? What is the connection of any of the characters? Why does every single connection look like a ripped character from a Marvel's movie? You got Groot, you got Human Torch, you got Storm, you got Thor, like
You got Iceman.
you got Beast, you got Beast Boy or Beast,
Mr. Beast.
not Mr. Beast from YouTube, no, Beast from the X-Men.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Oh, I get to play Mr. Beast?
At this point, they should sell out. That might actually sell more copies or sell more skins. Mr. Beast skin will probably sell. They'd probably make their money back selling Mr. Beast skins. Especially if they give it the Lunchables. What does he call his snack?
Oh, Feastables?
Feastables, yeah. All right, guys, that's our short little episode there. Enjoy it. Hope to see you. Hope to see you in the Highguard world. Go games.
Yeah. All right. This has been Dollars, Lifestyle, and Charity, a finance podcast for gamers. We'll see you next time. Bye.